California. Fry Wines. Go to frywine.com. That's FREYWINE. Frywine.com. Check it out and enjoy great wines at your home tonight. PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Fred Dryer.
Thank you, Michael Horn. We are discussing Mitt Romney and his candidacy for President of the United States at a time when a leader is desperately needed. It is needed to communicate the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to people. It is a leader that has, even more so than the Reagan years, from 80 to 88, you must have a leader to handle the mediocrity, the great grinding wheel of liberal propaganda that is being used against Mitt Romney. You have to have smart people. I don't believe Ed Gillespie has it in him, given the interviews that I've seen him conduct, in terms of him being so careful and so apologetic and asking permission and tolerant. I hate these people who show up and say, "Gee, can I run for president? Is it possible that maybe I could have a couple of words here to say at this debate?" You know, people who are just bleeding, from the ears because they're frightened to death of the media soundbite. They don't know how to stand up all by themselves, with nobody beside them, just a finger, an accusatory finger, and an opinion to go at these liberals who are standing there faking that they're taking notes, faking that they care about what you have to say. And then when it comes down to a question and answer session, they start asking you stuff that is directly out of the playbook of Barack Obama's narrative. And that's what they've done to Ed Gillespie. That's what they've done to the Romney handlers. That's what they were doing to the conservative narrative coming from Romney here. And a funny thing happened. The president makes a couple of statements. He makes a couple of statements that I believe, as well as everybody else, it doesn't take a genius to see this, a major mistake that allows him, out of his own mouth, to define the battle to Mitt, to define it. And Obama has this to say, number 4, Tommy, about jobs.
It must be because I worked harder than everybody else. Let me tell you something. There are a whole bunch of hard-working people out there. If you were successful, somebody along the line gave you some help. There was a great teacher somewhere in your life.
Yeah, liberal.
Somebody helped to create this unbelievable American system that we have that allowed you to thrive.
Yeah, they weren't liberal that did it.
Somebody invested in roads and bridges.
Yeah. See, you didn't do it off your hard work. By now, the time you hear this radio show, you know for a fact what the storyline is. And Obama has, I believe, opened a can of worms that's going to sink him. Now, it'll only go against him if Mitt Romney takes the bull by the horn, as I say, excuse the cliche, but tell his handlers, Ed Gillespie, to wait for him in the trailer while he goes out and wins the nomination by attacking the press, by attacking this president, by attacking liberalism, by attacking this propaganda wheel that is massively spread out through all the networks and all the radio stations and all the newspapers. There's not one newspaper that you can trust. There's not one network anchor person that you can trust to give you everything without coloring it towards liberalism and this failed president. I've never seen such criminality and immorality in my lifetime. And this is exactly the attitude that Mitt Romney has to take. He's got to take this attitude when he starts in on the hard campaign this summer, leading up after Labor Day and on into September and October and 30 days out. He's got to be in full 100% momentum regalia. People have to say, man, this guy is a juggernaut. In October, a month out, he has to be a clear winner. If not, he won't win. And our guy William Gensert makes a couple of real interesting points here when he says, he has a couple of little slug lines here. It's really kind of interesting. Can we rely on Mitt Romney to be unafraid? He better be, or Barack Obama will clean his clock. There is so much ammunition to use against Barack Obama. Any competent and unafraid campaign should be able to wipe the floor with the most abysmal of presidents. This is a blog. This is a guy who absolutely represents the spirit of what people are going through now, who are fed up after almost 4 years of this guy who hates this country. And we can go into all the things that are true, all the things out of Barry's own mouth. We can talk about everything that we've seen. We can cut through all the propaganda. We can see everything. We know what this guy is now. This is a horrible beast that was not vetted by the press. The press should be held responsible for this. And Mitt should go after this guy. He should go after him with the press and tell the press, how dare you represent and hide this criminal, this street activist, this Chicago thug, and foist him up to be the leading, guiding light of our Constitution and these people. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. All of these people. It's just unbelievable. There's more when we come back, folks.
It's a PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio with the one and only Fred Dryer.